Every day, more and more road users are filming their journeys, which can often end in disaster. Pioneered by motorists in Russia and Eastern Europe, dashboard-mounted cameras are constantly recording our behavior on the roads. From the bizarre to the ridiculous, the funny to the downright dangerous. The thousands and thousands of dashcams around the world have captured just about every mishap you can think of. Now we're going to delve into this treasure trove of stupidity on the roads. Put things right by pointing the finger of blame. Replay the action to see what really happened. And of course, there's nothing like seeing other people's mistakes when it comes to helping us become better drivers. And please remember, on all the clips, yes, that's all the clips we show, no one, and that means no one, is seriously hurt. So drive safely. Not everyone is this lucky. Still to come on the show, more crazy and calamitous road use from all around the world that, had it happened in Britain, would have resulted in the following serious infringements of the rules set out in our exemplary Highway Code. Article 230. When driving in icy or snowy weather, be prepared for the road conditions to change over relatively short distances. Article 203. You must not reverse your vehicle further than necessary. The one about knowing where your wing mirrors are and, crucially, how to use them. And from Chapter 4 of my best-selling guide to weight loss, shift it, fatso! Remember, opportunities to exercise are everywhere, so don't be afraid to improvise. You kind of know what you're getting with a show called Car Crash TV. It does exactly what it says on the tin, so I do judge our viewership rather harshly for tuning in. What's wrong with you? However, there are some clips we receive that can't really be categorized as car crashes per se. They come under the category of specialized material. No, not the type you can pick up in Soho. This stuff I'd class as being weird and wonderful. Normally, I like to give our drivers the benefit of the doubt. However, there are occasions when I have to wonder if a driver has been on the sauce. This is one such occasion. Judging by that crash, I'd say at least 5 pints, a couple of mojitos, and a shot of grappa. We drivers are a proud bunch, aren't we? So any slip-up on the road can prove to be embarrassing. Take this chap who's just made a pig's ear of his U-turn. He thinks that signpost is mocking him, and he simply can't take it. This is a charming stretch of road. I can only assume we are somewhere on the Amalfi Coast. How delightful. Anyway, have you ever wondered how much damage a large piece of blue card can do to a windscreen? Apparently quite a bit. That must have been at least a 12-ply piece by my reckoning. Wow, that is an elaborate gatehouse. Imagine the size of the house. But this isn't a BBC 4 architectural history show. This is Car Crash, so on with the anarchy. And believe me, this is anarchy. As here we have exclusive footage that proves elusive trickster and graffiti artist Banksy has taken his unique brand of vandalism mobile. I don't care if it's Christmas, Banksy. This is vandalism pure and simple. People like you should be locked up. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Wait, are you Banksy? In that case, vandalise away while I pop this car on eBay. And you join us now for the final round of the SUV pursuit. There's local favourite Zelda Wolfstein limbering up. And she's off. Look at the way she thunders down the asphalt in hot pursuit of that Chevrolet. Go on, Zelda. We're all rooting for you, lass. This is looking like a good time. She's closing in on the SUV quickly. She's reached the cabin, but she can't reach the handbrake. Oh no! She's veering out of bounds and into the barrier. Such a shame. Her time will not count. Bad luck, Zelda. Bad luck, girl. Life is chock full of difficult decisions. Why, just this morning I had to tackle a number of them. Shall I wear the black brogues or the brown? Should I have granola for breakfast or bacon? Should I leave my wife or endure many more days of abject misery and despair under her cold and unloving spell? But tackle them I did, and I'm now in an outfit that clashes, full of self-loathing about my weight and dreading the next 25 years of my life. Time for you to tackle some difficult decisions too, dear viewers. It's hit or miss. And to kick us off, a challenge from the producer. A hit or miss featuring a car without windscreen wipers. A little unfair, don't you think? We're supposed to ease them in gently. Anyway, good luck, folks. Will the car we're on board hit what might be a car crossing its path, or miss? And it's a hit. Lovely stuff. Though what we've hit is frankly anyone's guess. Now, this is much better. I can see everything. Nope, scrap that, it's worse. I can see everything, and it looks like it isn't going to be pretty. But will the car we're travelling in hit the gunmetal Mercedes creeping across its path, the silver thing waiting patiently at the junction, or somehow using wit and cunning manage to miss both? And it's a miss. Just phew. Now, what is that silver thing? If you know, write in and tell me. I'm so lonely. Ooh, nighttime. So the chance of a collision increases exponentially. Throw a taxi into the mix too, and it's almost a certainty. But let's throw up the options for the sake of balance. So will the car we're on board hit the taxi crossing its path, swerve and hit that road sign, or laugh in the face of the odds stacked against it and miss? And it's a hit. Just. Always go with the odds, people. And finally, will I get my second happy finish of the day? Not if Creeping Cuthbert here has anything to do with it. So will we hit Creeping Cuthbert, swerve and hit that signpost, or somehow manufacture a miss? And it's a miss. And a second happy finish of the day. Takes me back to Gran Canaria 2007. Anyway, thanks for playing along, folks, and join me again soon for more Hit or Miss. A bump in the night can refer to many, many things, and were this not a family show, I could elaborate on two such examples that led me to spending an extended period in rehab. But it is, so we can't. And as I've foolishly brought up these painful memories, I'm just going to get on the phone to my sponsor, and you enjoy a bump in the night. And to begin with, let's play a little game of Spot the Strip Club. Where could it be? Somewhere on the left or on the right? I have a keen eye for such establishments, so I'm sure it'll rear its head soon. Yes, there. There it is. Which makes this clip the very definition of a happy accident. And now we know the Russian word for strip club. This clip is the gift that keeps on giving. When I'm not delivering words of wisdom to help you improve your driving ability, I spend my time producing low-budget horror movies. It's dead easy. All you need is a dark, poorly lit backstreet, an ominous musical score to create tension, and a little jump scare to catch the audience unaware. Oh, Neil, it wasn't that scary. Are we going to have to put you in adult nappies again? 3 bits of advice can be gleaned from this clip. First, make sure you regularly get your brake pads checked. I can only assume this guy doesn't. How anyone can brake for that long and still lose control is frankly the only explanation. Secondly, buy some bloody screen wash. Oh, and lastly, never ever get dressed in the dark. Another year, another disappointing display from the Blackpool Illuminations team. You can't rely on the pension a pound forever, guys. You need to come up with something better if you want to attract the millennials. Ooh, that light is just about to turn green. Hang on to your hats, Car Crash TV fans. Here comes the money shot. Right. He'll be ready to go again in about 30 minutes. It's always frustrating when people start weaving in and out of lanes. I hate it when someone tries to cut in front of me, setting me back those precious few seconds. But I deal with that rage because I'm British, and that's what we do. This guy, though, he's much less tolerant. French, perhaps? In order to be a successful driver, there are many maneuvers you need to master. Reversing round a corner, the turn in the road, flipping off an undertaker, you know, the basics. There is one maneuver, however, that is held in such high regard that there is a little corner of the UK where the locals have devoted their lives to perfecting it. The maneuver is called parking, and the place is called Yorkshire.
Evening, lads and lasses, and welcome to your hot-off-press Yorkshire Parking Bulletin. We start today's proceedings in Ilkley, where a young parker, new to the scene, is trying to get his vehicle straight into space. Education is key round these parts, and a local veteran is on the scene to offer encouragement and a gentle push in the right direction. That's the ticket, perfectly aligned. And to think you could have been wasting your time in maths class. Shipley now, and here comes Judge to check this year's entry for Parker of the Year. They've won it past 2 years, and looking at this, I'd say they're on for Triple Crown. If they don't get the rosette again this year, my name's not Jeff Bird. We're in Pontefract now, and that's the playhouse up ahead. Now, it's rare that you see a Yorkshireman quibble over a space, but when the playhouse is showing the stage version of Fast and Furious, parking is at a premium, and no one wants to miss first act. Come on, lads, it's not worth it. Bell's not even rung yet. I warned Bill at the Amdram Society it will be popular. We're just outside Leeds now to witness a wonderful act of kindness. The chap up ahead has just left his space and he's desperate to offer it to one of his brethren. What a gent. Another act of kindness, this time from the picturesque village of Shafton. The chap we're travelling with sees his fellow driver's trajectory as all wrong, so does what any Yorkshireman worth his salt would do. Don't need to thank him, lad. You do the same. And finally, sometimes it's difficult to capture precision parking on camera, so this bit of footage from Criggleston is a right treat. Breathe it in, folks. That there is a thing of beauty. Jeff Bird, signing off.
Ask any driver what their favourite season is, and I'll bet good money none of them say winter. And why would they? It's cold, wet and icy, making conditions a driver's worst nightmare. So while we can all be happy and sing along about walking in a winter wonderland, driving in one is a lot less more jovial. Observe. On board now with Santa, and to keep pace with the expanding population, he's ditched the reindeer in favour of good old-fashioned horsepower. Sadly, the Grinch has also moved with the times, but rather than an economical hatchback, he's opted for an SUV. And Christmas is stolen again this year. I'm not sure what's on offer at 50% off, but the marketing is clearly having the desired effect. Imagine how disappointed he'll be when he finds out it's just fungal foot powder. When the snow lays heavy on the ground, the rules of the road change. No, don't help him. Be on your way, he's already lost. Hi. Yes, I'm looking for directions to Podma. Can anyone help? Ah, thanks, friend. If conditions are so bad that even the snowplows are skidding, I think it's okay to ring up work and declare it a snow day. If it's been snowing overnight, there's always a mad rush the next morning to be the first to build a snowman. Guys, it's 5 a.m. The snow will still be here when the sun comes up. That's a very unique-shaped pylon. Imagine if pylons were your thing. It would be impossible not to take a closer look. Nerd! Coming up later on Car Crash TV, we pretend it's panto season and shout, "It's behind you!" Get some sage-like advice on judging the junction, and have our nerves shredded by a few close encounters. But first, junction, traffic lights, some wonderful foliage. The possibilities are endless, but there is only one answer to the question, what happens next? It will bowl you over. Welcome back to Car Crash TV. So what did happen next? Well, the guy in the white car has recently been dumped. But as luck would have it, he spotted his ex and her new beau in his wing mirror, and the possibilities proved too tempting. Don't judge him. You would if you could. To some, I'm considered a minor celebrity, and as such, I am constantly bombarded with offers of work. And while I'm never one to turn down an offer of money, I do have some standards, believe it or not. So while I have voiced a sat-nav system, DJ'd in Ibiza, and appeared in an advertisement for incontinence pants, I've fortunately never had to stoop so low as to appear in panto. Yes, hell will have to freeze over before I utter those immortal lines, "It's behind you!" Ooh, gold car. Somebody's trying to stand out from the crowd. Your car might be gold, mate, but it's still a Vauxhall. Nobody's looking at you. Okay, well, you've got his attention, but trust me, mate, he's far from impressed. Interesting design for a bridge. I wonder what inspired the architect to build something that looks like a spinal column. Alas, we'll never know. What I do know categorically is that this chap is on the wrong side of the road. Don't worry, mate. We'll wait for you. Just turn around and be on your way. In your own time. See now, you're reversing. That's not right. You need to turn around. Oh, and mind the... Never mind. Just turn your wheel, right hand down and... No, that's the bridge again. Still there, I'm afraid. Right hand down. Right! 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 Okay, now you're going to have to go left hand down instead. Good. Better. No, don't straighten up, you moron! What are you doing? What the hell is the matter with you? You're back where you started! Jean, have a word. And that is why they call Jean the moron whisperer. Construction of the wall between the US and Mexico is progressing well. The number of people attempting a last-ditch run for the border, though, has caused chaos on the road. Still, it's a great way to spend the American taxpayers' money. I'm sure we can all agree. Rear parking sensors are both a blessing and a curse. I have to confess, I've become over-reliant on them myself, and I fear the day my star falls and I can no longer afford such luxuries. What will become of me? Oh, okay, maybe it shouldn't be keeping me awake at night. This driver's noticed an advert for a rather fetching dress on the back of that bus and is keen to get a closer look. Oh no, that's really not your colour. Though neither is that green you're now getting a very close-up look at. You know what? I've never fully understood how irony works, but ending up in a car accident after braking for an emergency service vehicle feels like it might be a pretty good example. In this part of the world, they've taken the idea of aggressive marketing literally. Yes, you might now have a dent in your front bumper, but at least you know the number to call for all your kominky needs. In this part of Eastern Europe, witches are a very real thing. These evil crones patrol the streets, carrying out their nefarious deeds. The locals, though, have started to fight back, and we're on board with one of those self-proclaimed witch hunters. Look, there's one now, crossing the road. Go for it! The collateral damage is acceptable. Damn, a miss. And then just like that, she's gone. Spooky. We all make decisions that we often regret. Why, in the past 24 hours, I've regretted my third marriage, the kebab I had last night, and not deleting my browser history before leaving for work this morning. My biggest regret of late, though, is my decision to bring my mentor, the health and safety expert Keith Jones, out of retirement and offer him a semi-regular slot on this show. So please accept my sincere apologies as we hand over to Keith for his advice on judging the junction. An obvious one to begin with. Step 1. When turning at a junction, ensure that there is no traffic coming towards you on the opposite side of the road. Obvious? You can say that again. How much are we paying him for these pearls of wisdom again? Step 2. When arriving at a junction, be sure to apply your brakes and draw your vehicle to a halt. Check the road is clear whilst considering the position of other vehicles on the road. That much, really? And I signed off on this, did I? I need to lay off the scotch before midday. Side note, if you do misjudge things at a junction, be sure to take responsibility for your error and don't run away from an angry motorist at the scene. Step 3. When negotiating a turn at a junction, be sure to reduce your speed, especially in wet conditions where traction is at a premium. Come on, Keith. Keep it simple. Not everyone boasts a degree from Hull Polytechnic. Step 4. Junctions on dual carriageways are what Kenny Loggins would describe as a danger zone, so be sure to monitor your speed when approaching one. Kenny Loggins? Are you trying to be down with the kids, Keith? Kenny Loggins hasn't been relevant since 1986. Step 5. When joining a main road from a junction, be sure to look both left and right to check it is clear to do so. How many steps is he doing? 7? Step 6. Before attempting a junction, make sure you have taken the time to understand the turning circle of your vehicle. To misjudge a turn could lead to you headbutting the man. So can inviting your mentor to participate in your TV show. And finally, Step 7. When turning at a junction across 2 lanes, ensure both are clear of traffic. I hope you've learnt some valuable lessons about judging the... Shut it, Keith. I do the outro. You've stolen more than enough time from me. Sorry, viewers. Daddy's back now. It's okay. I've I've been involved in my fair share of close encounters, like that time with HR after the office Christmas party in 2008, like that time with HR after the office summer party in 2009, like that time in Bangkok before I knew what the term ladyboy meant, like that time with HR. Yeah, you get the point. But you didn't tune in to hear about the various mistakes I've made throughout my sordid past. And to be honest, I need to hold them back for my memoirs. No, you tuned in for some nerve-shredding suspense. So as such, I give you some very different close encounters. A little game now. How many signs will it take this guy to see before realizing he's in the wrong lane? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was 6. Well done if you guessed right. You're clearly a lot brighter than him. Ah, the wonderful European seaside town of Cannes. Isn't the French Riviera captivating? Probably best not to ruin the mystique by stopping to see what that biker does to the driver of the red car in retribution. I wonder why this bus driver is so cross. He's clearly vexed, that's for certain. But is his anger justified? Let's find out together. No, it isn't. That, my friend, is a slip road, so our driver had every right to turn into it. If you want to be angry about the tightness of your trousers. I know most of your passengers are. Keep your mystery, for pity's sake. In this part of the world, doctors have come up with a unique way to separate conjoined twins. It hurts, but it works. Now go back and pick up your entrails. I wonder what the braking force is of the vehicle we're traveling in. By my calculations, I'd say around 5,500 newtons. Okay, perhaps it wasn't worth the deep dive, but you try coming up with something witty and hilarious to say when you've got about 100 clips per show. What do you do if you're stuck in a massive traffic jam? Wait it out or play chicken with oncoming traffic? Chicken it is. This isn't really in keeping with the essence of the show. Bad driving shouldn't pay off. That's it. I'm firing the research team. You're finished.